So good afternoon, everyone, and we are welcome to today's webinar. I hope you can hear me and I hope you can see my screen. It's great to have everyone again. And as you can see on my screen, this time around, we'll be discussing about everything you need to know about the FGN Savings Bond, that is the Federal Government of Nigerian Savings Bond. Yeah, we have seen that our participants are increasing. We would like you to invite your friends, your family members that you think they need to know about investments. You have friends that have been disturbing you. I have this money lying fallow. What can I use it to do? I want to save a part of my salary. I don't just want to put it in the bank. Yeah, everybody like that needs to be on this call right now. So I will implore you to chat them up maybe via WhatsApp or anything. Make sure that they are here. They will just simply register via the link and we'll get to do this right now. Welcome once again, everyone. And it's great to have everyone here. So like I said earlier on, we'll be discussing about everything you need to know about savings bond. I know majority of us are used to savings, investments. I need to save up, and Mr. Hey, Mr. B needs to save up. So this is just the federal government's idea of imploring you to save. So everybody must not be poor in Nigeria. So the federal government wants each and every one of us to be able to find wealth through even little means. And we'll have our facilitators here this afternoon to take us through. And the first person we have is Haniel Hojo, and she will be taking us through the nitty-gritties of how to invest, how to subscribe, how to fill your form. And then we'll have Justice Ogikwe. He will be taking us through comparison with other investment platforms that you could invest in and how FGN Savings Bonds is better than they have. And then Oladayo Akinfolari will be taking us through the Afrinvest tab. We'll be having the updates we now have in the Afrinvest tab. I know some people have been trying to log into the website, which is undergoing an upgrade, but the Afrinvest 2.0 is open for everybody to trade right now on points. So it's good to have everyone. We have over 110 participants already, so we are very good to quick start, right? So I'll be calling on Aniel Ojo right now, and she'll be taking us through the webinar proper. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Aniel.
All right, thank you, Blessing, for the introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, we welcome you to the webinar. We are glad and excited that you could take out your time to join the webinar, and we hope that you learn a whole lot, gather new knowledge about FGN Savings Bond, and also so you can enlighten every other person you know. Like she said, you can drop your questions in the Q&A box. Like she introduced, my name is Hannah Lujo. So we'll dive right in on to the overview of FGN Savings Bond. The historical background, key benefits, those are the things I'm going to be talking about. So now, what are FGN Savings Bond? FGN Savings Bond is the acronym for the Federal Government of Nigerian Savings Bond. What does it entail? There are debt securities issued by the federal government of Nigeria to raise funds for government projects and expenditures, offering fixed interest payments over a specified period of time. I'm sure this is not the first time we're hearing. For the newbies, those that just joined us for the first time, and those that it's their first time of hearing, we're going to be giving detailed explanation to this. For the FGN Savings Bond, we want us to note that it is usually open on the first new week of every month, except or otherwise stated by DMO. Like for the August bond, we had a delay in it. It was opened by the third week. That was for reasons best known to DMO. So whenever they give the go ahead, that is when the offer is going to be available. But aside that, we want you to know that every first new week, what do I mean by first new week? So if you have the month ending on the 31st, probably say 31st is on a Monday, just like we're going to have for this month is going to end on Monday, and Tuesday is 1st. The bond is not going to be available next week, rather it's going to be available on the 7th of October, I think thereabouts. That's going to be the Monday, a fresh new week of the month. That's when it's available. And for FGN Savings Bond, it has tenors for 2 years and 3 years. It's a long-term investment plan. It's a long-term savings plan. So for those of us that want to keep our money for a long time, instead of keeping it in the bank where we do not get interest or little or no interest, and we also get debit notification probably that they're beating you for say card maintenance and the rest. Why not input that money into a savings platform where you get your interest paid quarterly? The next thing we're going to be discussing about is the history of FGN Savings Bond. When did it come to Nigeria? When did the Nigerian government bring this into place? A little background history. The initiative was then by our pre-colonial masters, those are the British, because you know that those are the people that colonized us. That was where we borrowed, or should I say, that was where we learned about FGN Savings Bond, and they had it in mind to encourage their citizens, because they love their citizens, the way Nigeria, how the country also loves us. That was the essence of it. They wanted to encourage their citizens to go into investment and also have an idea about what investment is all about, so that they can begin their journey and also take it as a culture to invest and also as a savings platform. That was the reason behind the incorporation of FGN Savings Bond. Well, the federal government of Nigeria officially launched the FGN Savings Bond in March 2017. The initiative aimed to broaden access to investment opportunities for Nigerian citizens, allowing them to invest in government securities with relatively low denominations and favorable terms. What are the favorable terms? Meaning you get your interest paid, which is also called your coupon. Yes, paid quarterly. It's backed by the government, meaning they're not going to default on payment. At maturity, you get your principal and your coupon paid over the years. So if you're investing 5,000 naira, aside the interest you get quarterly, that's every 3 months, you also get your principal in full. If you're investing 5,000 naira, there is every certainty you must get your money back. If you're investing 6,000 naira, you're definitely going to get your money. That is how secured the federal government savings bond is. So for those low risk, those people that don't want to take low, people that are risk averse, people that don't like taking risk, they want to see their principal, they want to see their capital, we advise you to start your investment habits with the FGN Savings Bond, because it is backed and it is solely backed by the government, and there is every tendency you're going to get your money back. So from March 2017, we've seen large numbers of people investing in the savings bond. Those are part of the growth it has. Those are part of the impact it has done over the years. We've seen public engagement, fundraising. It has helped the government to cater for their expenses, because we are borrowing them their money and are giving us interest. Just like you loaning, going to the bank to get loan, you know that if you're taking a loan from someone, or someone is coming to loan something from you, there's usually interest on it. So that is what we are doing to the federal government. We are lending our funds to the federal government of Nigeria to do whatsoever they feel with that for expenditure purposes for it. And we've seen over the years that people are more informed. The words have spread round about Nigeria. It's no longer as myopic as it used to be. People are now versatile. It's now versatile, and people are now very informed about it. Next thing we're going to be discussing about is the benefits of FGN Savings Bond. What do you benefit from investing in federal government savings bond? The first thing we're going to be talking about is affordability. It is very affordable. The idea was to help and encourage students, low-income earners, and people in all fields to be able to participate in the savings platform. And with the minimum amount of 5,000 naira, you can participate in the FGN Savings Bond. And it is in multiples of 1,000. What do I mean by multiples of 1,000? It means that you cannot invest 5,500, cannot invest 5,600. It has to be 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, as the case may be. That is how we can invest in it. I also talked about security earlier on. These bonds are backed by the federal government of Nigeria, which makes them one of the safest investments you can make. like I said earlier, for risk averse, it's your best option. Interest payments, you receive your interest paid, that's your coupon, every 3 months quarterly. So in a year, you're bound to get your payments for whatever duration you're going for. If you're going for the 2 years tenure, be sure that you're going to get your payments paid. If you're going for the 2 years, you're going to get your interest paid 8 months. That's 4 times for the first year and 4 times for the second year. That's 8 years. So that's the calculation for also 3 years. And tax incentives, the interest on end on FGN Savings Bonds is exempted from taxes, meaning you don't pay tax like other investment options, which my colleague is going to be discussing about. If you're going for equities or any other one, you're not paying tax. There are no taxes on it. The federal government of Nigeria is taking care of everything else. So all you just need to be rest assured, put your money, get your interest, and at the end, you get your money paid back to you. Next, we're going to be talking about what makes you eligible for the subscription process. How are you eligible to subscribe for the FGN Savings Bond? First things first, you're going to download the Afrinvest 2.0 application, which is available on Play Store and App Store. Sign up, and once you're done with that, we will get a notification notifying us that we'll have a new sign up on our app. And what are the KYC documents you need in creating your account? So for those that have not downloaded the app or do not have any idea about it, be rest assured or note that you're going to be required to put in your BVN details, because we see some people, once they just click on use their email address and increase their password, that's all. No, that's not all. You have to continue the process of repeating your name, your BVN details, your bank details, your upload your passport photograph, that take a picture of you, and make sure you're in a very lighted area. You're not posting a dark pictures. And please, for those that are signing up, we see people posting memes. That's not allowed. Please post a picture of yourself, sign on a piece of paper and upload. You're required to upload your means of ID. What are your means of ID? You have your Nigerian passport, your international passport, your NIN, driver's license, your what else? Voter card. All these are valid means of identification. But because of the international passport and driver's license do have expiring dates, we usually advise our clients to provide their NIN so that for record purposes, because they do not expire, it can stay in our system for as long as possible. And if you want to upload your international passport, you're allowed, but make sure it is not expired. Do not upload an expired ID, please. Make sure it is up to date. And your utility bill, there are other things we can take as utility bill. If you do not have a light bill, you can use your waste bill, you can use your tenancy agreement, you can use your bank statement. But for you to use any of this, it is pertinent to note that it has to bear the same address you are using, you signed up with. So for instance, the address is number 27 Gerard Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. That is what you are expected to upload as your utility bill or your tenancy agreement, as the case may be. So those are the acceptable KYC documents needed. Then afterwards, we proceed with creating a CSS account. What is a CSS account? A CSS account is a depository account where your shares and bonds are domiciled. So it is peculiar to every individual. The way we have our bank account details, my bank account details cannot be used by you because it solely bears my name. That's the same way the CSS account is. It is pertinent to only you. It is peculiar to only you, rather. Another person cannot have the same CSS account as you. So once you sign up on the app, it takes 24 to 48 working hours for it to be available. And what are the things that hinders your CSS not being available in time? One, when you do not use a Nigerian number, we cannot proceed in creating a CSS account for you because it is a regulatory requirement. That is what NGS has said clients should do. Please do not use a foreign account number, or if you use, send us an email that requesting for a change of number. So you must have a Nigerian number for those in diaspora. Another thing, you must have a BVN, you must have a commercial bank account. Those are another criteria to having a CSS account. You cannot use merchant banks, you cannot use mortgage banks, you cannot also use all these other apps like OPay, put down money points is not allowed. It has to be a commercial bank. What are commercial banks? Example are Access Bank, GT Bank, Fidelity, FCMB, Zenith. Those are commercial banks. So if you do not have one, please rush to any of the commercial banks and create open an account with them. Once it's done, make sure that they link your BVN to the account so that we can proceed in creating your CSCS account details. Another thing, for you to be eligible for this process, we advise to download the subscription form. Probably for those that do not have Adobe Acrobat on their phone, you can use that yet to fill in your form. But if not, if you find it uncomfortable, we advise you download the form. Go to any cyber cafe. If you have a printer at home, please do well to print out the form, fill your details, make sure your handwriting is legible. That's why we advise our clients to please use block letters, that's capital letters, do not use small letters, so everything you're filling is visible to the DMO and also to us. The next thing you have to do is online application. You have to, for your application to be successful, for us to process it, you need to ensure you submit a submission form via our online application system. So once the DMO releases their memo for the subscription offer of the month, we provide a link for our clients to upload their subscription form, which also they also update their accounts themselves to avoid mistakes, and they also upload your proof of payment. So that's why we have a funded wallet. Ensure to fund your wallet. If you're going for 5,000 naira, ensure you have nothing less than 5,000 naira in your account so you can be debited for it. You can also fund your wallet via the app or use any of our bank account details. Specifically, if you have the Stanbic, it is required you use that, send it to us, and we're going to post your inflow, meaning you're going to see your money in your wallet. And once you're debited for the transaction, it's off your wallet. Next thing is we're going to have a display of the form to teach you how to fill the form, because over the times we see people fill wrong details. And please, if you fill wrong details, have it at the back of your mind that you might not get your coupon paid to you. So we advise our clients to please ensure they fill in their details. We have the section A, section B. We have it divided into 1, 2, 3. Number 1 are for individual applicants. We have for corporate applicants. We also have for joint applicants. For this, you're required to fill in your CSCS number, which you can see below your display photo. Once you click on the more option, just check below. You're going to see your CSCS number, which is we have only digits, and we have your CHN, which is alphanumeric, meaning it is it comprises of alphabets and also numbers. That is alphanumeric. That's what I meant by that. If you're filling an individual applicant, please fill the section 1, go through the screen, take your time and see how it is filled. If you have any question about it, if you're confused about it, please reach out to us and we will guide you through. You can also seek request for a sample of the form so you're guided on how to fill it. And for this, I'm going to be I will be talking about this form, things you should do and what you should not do. Number 1, ensure you use your bank account details linked to your CSCS accounts. For instance, if you signed up the app with your GTCO account, please, that is what you should fill as your bank account details. Ensure it is complete. The bank, our bank numbers are 10 in number, so please make sure what you're filling is not below 9, it's not below 10 rather, and it's not above 10. Your BVN, go through it, ensure you're filling your correct BVN details, ensure you're filling everything adequately, dot your I's and cross your T's, go through the form before uploading on the link, and also ensure everything is filled correctly. If you have questions anywhere, do well to reach out to us. And for the purpose of this, we advise our esteemed clients, our mommies, our daddies, please encourage your children. For those people that are fortunate that they get their children are being given gifts, probably in cash items from their uncles, aunties, probably they participated well or thereabouts. We advise to create an account for them. Yes, you can go to the bank, create a bank account for them and reach out to us. We have requirements in opening a minor account. Those are children below the age of 18 years. Yes, we can create a CSS account for them so long as they have their own personal bank account details. Of course, their BVN is going to be linked to yours. It's fine. What are the requirements for creating a minor account? We need the passport photograph of the parent, whoever the guardian, if it's the mom, if it's the dad, that is going to be the sole signature of the accounts. We need your information. We need the passport of the child, birth certificate of the child. We need your utility bill. We need your ID card. Those are the requirements for filling out a minor account opening form. Once you have this, you can reach out to us. We'll send the form to you, fill, and we'll proceed in creating an account. We also advise our parents, our brothers, our sisters, everybody around you, instill in your children, teach them the importance of savings, teach them about investments. Even no matter how young they are, they can grow up. The general fact are very, very smart children. You see on Instagram, on blogs, you see where children are doing makeup, you see where they're doing nails, learning one skill or the other. Most of them are very versatile. So I believe if you break down these terms in the most simplest form to them, they're going to understand, and they'll be happy to also join your investment journey. So when they dash their money, say, mommy, please, you taught us about investment. Can you put this money there for me so it can grow? Once you indulge them, encourage them, the way you teach them about the word of God, the way you teach them about their school things, probably they come back and they thought these are the things we learned. Indulge them like that, teach them about investment options. This should be their first one. How educate them on everything it entails, no matter how little they are. Once we inculcate that into them, they'll use it and grow. And in the nearest future, you're having gurus that can speak on podiums too about investment, and you'll be very proud of your child that you're able to instill these values in your child. Thank you so much for listening. Drop your questions and we'll answer any of them.
Thank you so much, Aniel. That was beautiful and enlightening. Thank you for putting us through, encouraging our kids and family members to also invest. Everybody must be rich. Yeah, all right. So right now we'll be having Justice Ogikwe on the line. He will be taking us through the FGN Savings Bond versus other investment options. So we really need you to tune in and listen attentively, as this will give you the edge that FGN Savings Bond has over other bonds or other investment options. So over to you, Justice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Blessing. So now we'll be moving on to the comparison of the federal government savings bond to other investment options, such as treasury bills, commercial paper, equities, and FGN bond. So don't worry, we'll be breaking it down so you can see how the federal government savings bond stack up against these alternatives. So as we compare, we'll be looking at a few key factors, such as risks, tenure, and minimum investment. So the very first comparison we'll be taking is the federal government savings bond versus treasury bills. Now, on risks involved, these two investments are considered low-risk investment because they have the backing of the federal government. So this guarantee they have from the government provides this investment option with high security, ensuring that your principal and interest payments are both free from defaults. So investors who are risk-adverse, investors who are looking for safety in their portfolio can find these as a great option for them. Now on investment tenure, if you're investing in the federal government savings bond, it has a fixed tenure of either 2 or 3 years. So it provides like a predictable investment horizon where you get stable interest payments for longer periods compared to treasury bills that are short-term instruments with tenure ranging from 90 days to 364 days. On minimum investments, if you're investing in the federal government savings bond, you need as little as 5,000 naira to invest in the federal government savings bond. Whereas in the treasury bill space, you need 100,000 to invest in the secondary market and 50 million to invest in the primary market. So please note that the primary market is where instruments are issued for the very first time, while the secondary market is where already issued instruments are traded by investors. So please take note of this as we dive further into our conversation. So the next compare will be the federal government savings bond versus equities. Now, equities are a lot riskier compared to the federal government savings bond, which has the backing of the federal government. So equities are riskier because their prices fluctuate a lot, and this can be due to the performance of the company or due to market condition. But equities can very much give you high returns, and they are easy to buy and sell, which means they are very liquid. And also, it comes the high potential of you losing money. So while the federal government savings bond provides you with stability, equity provides you with growth opportunity, but it comes with more risks. Now on tenure, for equities, there are no predetermined investment and time frame, as investors can hold stock for as long as they want. So this gives them the flexibility to be able to adjust their portfolio based on market condition. For in minimum investment, in equities too, there are no minimum investments. You can invest as little or as high as you want. So it gives you, the flexibility also to tailor your portfolio based on your risk tolerance and investment goals. Now, moving on to the next compare, the federal government savings bond and the federal government bond. So these are two different investment options, as they can sometimes be easily mixed up. So we need to know that they are two separate investments. Now, they are also both backed by the federal government of Nigeria. So they are low risk investments. So the federal government bond, speaking on tenure, they generally have a longer tenure ranging from like 5 years to 20 years. And for minimum investments, you can invest in the primary markets with 50 million and in the secondary markets with 20 million. Now, moving on to the next compare, which will be the very last one, federal government savings bond versus commercial paper. So commercial paper are short-term instruments which are issued by corporation. So the safety of this instrument depends on the creditworthiness of the company. So they are considered high-risk investments because, like I said, it depends on the creditworthiness of the issuing the company. So for tenure, commercial paper have tenure ranging from 90 days to 270 days, and the minimum investment is 5 million. So now we will be, having said all of that, now we'll be addressing some of the questions and concerns that our clients have over time. Now, we understand that navigating through the FGN Savings Bond process can raise a lot of questions. So to help our clients today, we have a list of these questions which we would be addressing. So the very first one here on the screen is, when will the investment reflect on the app? Yes, we see a lot of clients come with this question, especially towards the close of the offer. Having subscribed, they want to know when this investment would, be visible on their Afrinvest app. Well, the investment does not immediately reflect on your app, as it depends on the effectiveness of CSCS. But typically, it should be able to reflect in less than a month. It should be able to reflect in your Afrinvest app. So moving quickly to the next question. Can I sell my federal government savings bond before maturity? The answer to that is yes. After purchase, you can sell your federal government savings bond in the secondary markets. But it's important to note that the market for these bonds are not as liquid as other securities. So it might not be as easily tradable as other securities. So if your intention is to trade or sell your bonds after purchase, then it's important that you are aware of this liquidity issue. Now, moving on to the next question, how can clients ensure that they are following the updated process for submitting forms, given that many are still sending them to the email address? So previously, we had our clients fill out their form and then send it to their broker. So in this case, you'll be sending it to Afrinvest Securities for processing. But now the process has been updated. We've employed an online system where, in addition to filling out your form, you also fill out your details on the online system. So this is just to ensure that your details are accurately recorded, especially in cases where we have forms and we cannot clearly read what our client has entered. So that is why we employ this online system, so that your data can be accurately collected. So moving to the next question, what should I do if I accidentally miss a digit in my CSCS number when filling out the form? And how might it affect my coupon payments? So this question is also one of the reasons why the online system of application is very important, because if it's a case where you miss a single digit in your CSCS number, it can be easily spotted. But if it's in the event that you fill out a detail that is completely different from what you have in your Afrinvest account, then you need to reach out to us to resolve that, because it can very well affect your coupon payments. So you need to reach out to us and we'll guide you on the processes which because it's going to involve some indemnity documentation, and you're also going to be charged by CSCS, but that will be determined by CSCS. So you need to reach out to us and we'll guide you on the process of updating your data on the CSCS database. Now, moving to the next question, can I fill a different bank on the form aside from the one on my Afrinvest account? And can I change my bank details for coupon payments? Yes, you can, fill out a different bank account, but you need to reach out to us. So we guide you on the processes you need to follow, because you need to write like a letter to CBN and also to CSCS. So all of that requirement and, the step-by-step process on how to go about that. Once you reach out to us, we'll definitely guide you. How do I calculate the expected coupon value? Now, this question is the most popular one amongst all of these questions, especially amongst new clients who are just investing for the first time. They want to know how much they're getting, like how can they calculate the coupon after subscribing? Well, when the DMO releases, at the open of the offer, there's a set rate for each tenor. So assuming you're investing 10,000 Naira in a 2-year bond at 17%, now you're going to get 17% of your principal, which is 10,000 Naira. So what you need to do is you divide your 17% by 4. Now, why are we dividing by 4? It's because coupons are paid quarterly every 3 months. So you divide your 17% by 4, and then you are paid 1/4 of that interest every 3 months. So moving on to the next question, will my principal and interest payments be made to my bank account or Afrinvest wallets? Well, they'll be paid to your bank account. That's why we ask that you always, provide these details, and also check that these details are correct so that your coupon payments can be made smoothly. So they'll be paid to your bank account. Now, the last question is, what if my coupons are not paid by the government after fulfilling all requirements? Well, it can be easy to assume that you must have met all the requirements, but we urge our clients that to always reach out to us so that we can help them investigate to find out if really they met all the requirements, what could have gone wrong. And as soon as it's spotted, we'll guide you on how to resolve it. So I'll be, demonstrating how you can go about filling out your details on the online system to ensure that your details are accurately collected. So I'll be sharing my screen very quickly. Yeah, so when the bond opens up for October, it's going to reach. So we're using the September link because the bond is currently closed for September. So once you open up the link, and please note that we send out this link as soon as the offer opens, so you'll be sure to get the link. So as soon as you get the link, you click on it, and for October, it will read Federal Government Bond October 2024 subscription form. So once you have that, you click on the Start button. So you accept the terms on how your data would be used by us. Now notice that just down below, there are 3 different, there's a navigation key, and then there's an icon just below. So in case you cannot finish your application in one go, you can always save your progress and then come back later to it. So on this very page, if you do not have the subscription form, you can click to download the editable form. And if you do not have a brokerage account, you don't have a CSS or CHN, you can always click on this on the line here, open a brokerage account. So you download the Afrinvest account, and then you sign up, and then a CSS and a CHN number will be created for you within 24 to 48 hours. So let's assume we already have the subscription form. We proceed to the next step. So for this demonstration, we will be using individual accounts as our investor category. So if you have a joint account, we click on joint. If you have a corporate account, you click on corporate. So for this demonstration, we'll be going with individual accounts. So here you get to enter your name. As soon as you do that, you click on next, enter your email address. Then you proceed, enter your phone number. and you enter your address. So and the states. You enter your CSCS number. So your CHN number it's a combination of alphabets and numbers. So that could help you to tell them apart, to tell your CHN from your CSCS. So you enter your CHN. So for our demonstration, let's assume we're using an Access bank account. So you can, whatever bank account you're using, you search for it and then you pick it out. You enter your account number. So the next page, you need to enter your BVN. Okay, so the next page here, you get to select what tenure are you subscribing for. Are you subscribing for the 2-year federal government savings bond or the 3-year federal government savings bond? So for our demonstration, we would be going with 2-year savings bond. And also we're going to be going with 50,000 on amount to invest. So 50,000. So whatever it is you're investing in, you enter it here. So this is where you get to upload the form that we downloaded in the very first page. So please make sure the form you're uploading here is a completed form. We have cases where clients would upload empty forms. Please do not upload empty forms as it will affect your application. So as soon as it's uploaded, you see it appear just below. So you get a prompt to fund your account on the next page if you've not already done so. So you fund your account, and then in the next page, you'd upload a screenshot of your wallet's balance. And if you had funded our own Afrinvest account, you could also provide the evidence of payments. So you just move to the next page, and then you upload the evidence of payments or the screenshot of your wallet. So as soon as that is done, this is the final step. So we encourage you to please, you can see an icon just below, review your details, make sure that the details you've entered are correct so that your subscription, your application can be processed smoothly. So this is all I can take for now. Thank you for listening. Over to you, Blessing.
Thank you so much, Justice, for that beautiful presentation. Right? I know we've learned a lot. I've been seeing a lot of questions. Don't worry, everyone. The recording, you will all get the recording. Everyone will get the recording and the slides, right? We'll be having Oladayo take us through the app tour, and then we'll be able to ask questions. So we'll give you the opportunity to ask your questions. Yeah, thank you so much. Oladayo, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Blessing, and good afternoon, our teaming viewers. So in this chapter, I will be telling you of the new additions to our Afrinvest 2.0 app. So on the app, when you log in, you get to see the investor education icon. So on the app, we've added an investor education icon, as you can see on the screen. So the main purpose of this addition is to deepen the knowledge of our new investors. We get lots of questions concerning various asset classes, stocks, savings bond, commercial papers. This investor education section is to provide all answers to all questions you might have. So also for our equity investors, we've added a section where you can keep track of daily happenings on the exchange. We now have a section where you can view daily gainers by percentage, gainers by value, losers by value, and losses by percentage, and the most actively traded stocks for the day. So this enables you to like keep track of the daily happenings on the exchange at the end of each market day. Also, to invest on the Afrinvest 2.0 app, what you just needed to do is to click on Invest. When you click on Invest, it takes you to a section where you have all our asset classes. The first on the list is the Nigerian stocks. For the Nigerian stocks, to search for the stocks you would like to buy or sell, you can just use the Find Stocks icon at the upper part of the app. You type the stocks you are willing to buy and enter the necessary details. And second on the list is your treasury bills. To invest on the treasury bills, you click on the treasury bills and note that the rate on the treasury bills are available by 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and they are available every working day. So the minimum amount you can invest on your treasury bill is 100,000 naira. You also have the option of taking your interest at the point of investing or reinvesting your interest alongside your capital. And that's all about the treasury bills. For the commercial paper, they are not often available on the app, but anytime we have them, we also put them on the app. So the commercial paper, what you just needed to do is to click on commercial paper. It brings out the offers and the rate that are available. You enter the amount you are investing and also indicate if you will be taking your interest upfront or if you will be reinvesting your interest. So these are the various additions on the Afrinvest 2.0 app. Note that we are also looking out for your recommendations to also like add on the app to make your experience a seamless one. So we thank you for staying with us, and over to you, Blessing.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Oladayo, for that presentation. Yeah, so we really thank you for staying through with us till this time. We'll take our questions right now, but before we go into the questions, I remember that my colleague Justice actually spoke about our interest rate, how you get your coupon. And I know many people are like, calculate this thing, let me see what I have. So now we have just this, I know you can still see my screen. We have this draft, like Mr. Hader has 100,000 naira to invest in FGN Savings Bond for 2 years or 3 years, right? And his interest rate, coupon rate is 17.2%. And for the 3 years, 18.2%. So let's just check what he will get in 2 years, and later we'll check what he gets in 3 years. So when you see interest PAs, interest per annum, so that means your interest in majority of the investment options are paid per annum. So, but for the FGN Savings Bond, your coupon is paid quarterly, that is once in 3 months. So even though you are getting your interest per annum, that interest you get per annum is divided into 4 parts so that you can get your interest in bits. So for your interest per annum is A, which is principal, multiplied by C, which is the rate. So that is basically 100,000 naira multiplied by 17.2% or 17.2 over 100. So that will give you 17,202 naira for 1 year. But because your coupon is paid 4 times, so some people used to have the mistake or make the mistake of saying they will get 17,202 naira each quarter. No, that's what you get per annum. This rate is per annum. So for your coupon, you will get 4,350 kobo per quarter. That is once in 3 months when your coupon is paid. It is already divided by 4. So that is 17,202 naira divided by 4. I hope you get it. So the same applies to the 3 years. Now you will observe that the rates are not the same. That is because the government will always compensate you for leaving your money with them for an extra year, right? So your rates will be a bit higher than those that did for 2 years. Now, the same way we calculated our interest per annum, 100,000 naira multiplied by the interest rate, which is 18.2%. So that is how we derived 18,202 naira, right? And your coupon divided by 4, that is the interest rate divided by 4. So that is 4,550 naira and 50 kobo once in 3 months. Now, at the end, I saw if someone asking a question like, how do I get my principal, my original money? So the last coupon payment would be paid with your principal. So maybe you did for 2 years or you did for 3 years. At the end, the last coupon payments will come with your principal. So the person that did for 2 years, at the end, will get 104,000 naira, 104,300 naira, 50 kobo. So that is what you will get at your last coupon payment after 2 years. And then the other person too, after 3 years, he has gotten the first 18,000 in the first year, second year. Now, the third year, your last coupon payment will now come with 104,550 naira and 50 kobo. So your last coupon will carry your principal value, and that's how you will be sorted. You would be paid. I hope we all get it. Right now, we'll be giving you the opportunity to speak and ask your questions. So you have the opportunity to raise your digital hand, and I will give you the opportunity to speak. Wow, that's beautiful. This really shows that a lot of people are following us, right? We have a whole of hands up, but I'll be taking the first hand I can see here. So Taiwo Oshodi, I don't know if you're a male or a female, but you can speak. So you can unmute your mic and speak.
Yeah. Hello. 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 Hello.
Okay, now we can hear you.
You can hear me now. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Good afternoon all. Now, my question is now for someone that has maybe 1 or 2 brokerage outfits, okay, and one is also trying to open an account with Afrinvest, and that person already has what CSCS account and CHN. So I'm seeing conflicting response in the question and answer platform there. Will I need to open another CSCS account with you guys, despite the fact that possibly I already have one? Do you have to open another one for me now, or I can use that one that I already have while completing the form, creating an account with you?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tayo, for that question. So when you have prior CSCS accounts with other houses, right? We can still help you submit it. Only that there's what we call the DMO portal where we submit these applications through. And that's why you see, if you have been with us for a while, the online subscription was not inclusive. But when DMO started this portal, we had to include this online subscription where you put in your names online, because that is what is going straight to the DMO, right? So because of this whole data validation, we don't have your data with us if you don't have an account with us. We don't have your BVN with us if you don't have an account with us. And if CSS rejects, we can actually submit on your behalf, right? But if CSCS has issues with your application, we cannot further probe it because we don't have your details with us, right? So that's why we encourage participants that, okay, if you want to subscribe to the FGN Savings Bond, make sure that you have an account with us. It will ease a lot of stress. When they come back for your forms, we can easily reach out to you because you are our clients. I hope you understand, Mr. Tayo. All right, so we'll be taking Mr. Paul Iteko right now. You can speak, Mr. Paul. Hello? Hello? We can't hear you.
Well, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Thank you.
My question was, where can I get the current rates for the FGN saving bonds?
Okay. So when the bond is out, there is a circular that is always passed across to everyone from the debt management office, right? If you need that circular, because that is where your interest rate is stated for the 2-year and for the 3-year. So the brokerage team is to send this via emails to every client. But in case you don't get this mail, you can always reach out to us in the week of the bond opening, right? You will see the whole interest rate directly from the DMO. You will see what the 2-year interest rate is and what that of the 3-year is. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, okay, I understand. Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
So Ali Ramat, Mrs. Ramat.
Yeah, good day to you all.
Yeah, good
Can
day.
can you hear me? Yeah.
We can hear you.
I know this is about bonds and but when one of the presenters was talking, he said they're waiting to get a comment on how to improve it. I've downloaded the Afrinvest. I've done everything. I have the other number, the CHN is what I don't know. Because I've not seen anything related to that in the app. Is it different from the CHO number? Then secondly, I know this is not about shares, but is there a way you can be putting the different companies that their dividends will be ready in so time so that somebody will know what to buy his shares from? Actually, the bonds and it's a personal thing, it's a faith thing. We don't too believe in interest rates but that's a personal thing. So I'm more interested in the shares. Those are my questions, please. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Ramat. I understand vividly your question. So your CSCS number is what you're speaking to via the app that you can't see. And without it, you cannot trade, you cannot buy shares. So you can reach out to us via brokerage team at afrinvest.com. On my screen here, you should be able to see it. Brokerage team at afrinvest.com. So one of our facilitators will type that out so that it will be easy for you to get it. So just reach out to us. We will follow up with the creation of your CSCS, and latest in 24 to 48 hours, you will get it. If you don't get it, we will let you know maybe there's something that is delaying the processing. And you also spoke about that you prefer shares, recommendation, dividend. So the research arm of our company actually sends research work via like stock recommendations to us via emails. So please always check your emails for these mails from Afrinvest Research. When they disclose dividend, also you will see it. They will send it Afrinvest Research, and they will share the dividends that are coming up, corporate actions so we call it corporate actions. So corporate actions are what is happening, maybe a company released its financial statement or dividend that's going to be paid. So be very intentional to check out for that or look out for that on your email. But if you are not receiving that email from us, also send a mail to brokerage team at afrinvest.com to add you to our mailing system so that you always get emails from us. Thank you. So I'm having Miss Omoluwanimi. Okay, she wants to speak, so you can speak. Okay. Okay, let me move to Yinka Asalu.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Yinka. You
Hello.
can speak. We can
Okay.
hear you.
Good morning to you all.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Clearly, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much, madam. I just want to appreciate everyone for organizing this meeting for us. At least it has gotten a long way. We really enjoyed it. But my question is on I saw something related to ETF. So I don't know if they can just shed light on what ETFs is all about so that we can know we can also embark on the investment for that one. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Yinka. So ETFs are exchange traded fund. If you want to know more about it, you can send a mail to us at brokerageteam@afrinvest.com. We will explain everything you need to know. So we are dealing with the federal government savings bond right now, and that will be a total thing. So just send a mail to us at brokerageteam@afrinvest.com. We'll put you through on how to trade ETFs. Thank you. So because of our time, I will just be taking one more person. Oh, okay, two more, because I know Mr. Ayemere joined quite early. So I will be taking Ijezie, Eziana, and Ayemere Ukato, and then we'll wrap up the session. So you can unmute, please.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, Mr. Eziana, we can hear you.
Thank you. Please, my question is a sort of expressing a personal challenge I have with investment in federal government savings bonds. I don't know. Recently, this delay in payment of coupons. I don't know how you people can speak to it. I am sure that maybe some of your clients in the last 1 month, or last month and this month would have told you about these delays. Do we have any explanation from DMO about them?
Explanation from DMO, why did I didn't get that clearly?
Yeah, why they delayed in payment of coupons, especially for this month. You understand?
All right.
Because rumors of default started flying around everywhere. Though they eventually pay, but do we know why there was this delay in coupon payment?
All right. So Justice will be taking us through why they delayed it. We really explained to us. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir, for that question. So the delay, so the DMO actually released a circular addressing why there was a delay in the payment of coupon for the month of September. So they attributed it to a service downtime which they had, and they assured the general public that these issues will be resolved as soon as possible and coupons will be paid. And we also saw that coupons were actually paid. So one thing always advise clients, we want them to always remember that the federal government savings bond is backed by the government. So, it's a low risk investment. So you are guaranteed of your fund, your principal and interest. So we've seen cases, yes, like the one of September, we've seen cases where the coupons are delayed, but we've never seen a case where they go unpaid. So you're rest assured that you get your money. Thank you very much.
It's okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Justice. So the last person that will be allowed to speak, and then we wrap up, Mr. Ayemere or Mrs. Ayemere Ukato.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, Mr. Ayemere, we can hear you.
Okay. When you're doing the comparison, I was hoping that you will also capture the percentage returns. But what you basically showed was only for the federal government saving bond, without showing how it compares to other investments.
Okay, so if we get you perfectly, you want to know the comparison on the rates, like the coupon we get on the savings bond and what is available on other investment options.
Absolutely, because that is the basis of at least it's a huge part of how people make their choice. that, okay, I want to move from this to this. If something is paying me more, why will I move to Federal Savings Bond?
Okay, all right. I'll take that, and then I will ask Justice also to add his voice to it. So first of all, you will notice that he spoke about the likes of equities and how that it has higher return, right? You may not be able to measure it immediately, because equities you can have as high as an 100% percentage gain, and you can also have as high as 100% percentage loss in equities investment. So I remember you mentioned that, but for commercial papers and the likes, we also mentioned that some of them have higher returns, right? We may not be able to bring each percentage to the table at the same goal, right? Because this whole presentation is just supposed to be for 1 hour, and we've already extended our time. So if you still need more of this, you can always reach out to us. We give you a plain sheet where you see different rates and you can make your comparison. So we've told you the purpose for the FGN Savings Bond is just basically to encourage people to save. If you're already used to investment and savings, yeah, you can make your choices. You can just put it for your children, so that just to woo them to save. Like, okay, let me just put this 5,000 per month. And I remember somebody also asked that, is it treated independently? So September savings bond does not in any way affect October savings bond, and it does not in any way influence that of December. Each bonds are treated independently of other bonds. I don't know if Justice would want to add his voice to this.
Okay, thank you, Blessing. But more importantly, our focus was on the federal government savings bond. And I remember before the start of that comparison, I made it clear that we'll be looking at a few key factors such as tenure, risks, and minimum investment. So for the federal government savings bond, it's easier to assume what you can get because the rate is fixed. So now look at investing in equities. We cannot say exactly what you're going to get, because it can come with high return and also come with low return. You can lose your money and you can gain so much in it. So I just wanted to make it clear that our focus was on the federal government savings bond. But if you have any other question concerning any other investment options such as equity, commercial paper, so for each commercial paper they also come with their individual rates. So when these are available, we could, let you know, and also, let you know the prevailing rate as at the open of the commercial paper, and you can be able to compare and tailor your investments based on your tailor your investment based on your risk tolerance and investment goal. So that was just what I wanted to add. Thank you very much for your questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Justice, and thank you, everyone. Like, the whole chat box is really booming, and we can't take everybody's questions, but if you can reach out to us at brokerageteam@afrinvest.com. I won't say it again, brokerageteam@afrinvest.com. We will take your questions, and then we'll give you vivid answers that would satisfy you, I can assure you. So we would like to wrap up this session now. We really want to appreciate everyone for joining. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for staying till the end. And we really, really hope to see you again in our next webinar. And we will be sharing this recording to everyone so that at least you can remember and keep track of everything we discussed in today's webinar. Thank you so much. Do have a great day ahead.